Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable. Dell Technologies presents Entrepreneur Challenge powered by CNBC-TV18.
Hello and welcome to this special episode of Dell Technologies presents Entrepreneur Challenge powered by CNBC-TV18. I'm your host Gautam Srinivasan, and to set the context, in a world of startups and entrepreneurship, innovation is the driving force, and a company that is a staunch advocate of that spirit is Dell Technologies. It acknowledges the role of startups and entrepreneurs in shaping the future, and to empower this entrepreneurial landscape, Dell Technologies has launched yet another season of Entrepreneur Challenge. And to talk more about this, I am joined by Samriddhi Bhattacharyya, who is the country head for small business solutions at Dell Technologies. Samriddhi, great to have you with us, and looking forward to picking your mind and understanding how this innovation landscape is shaping up, especially when it comes to small businesses. So let's start things off by first looking at the MSME landscape, because when we talk of startups, it's always the cool startups we see from Bangalore, but people forget that MSMEs, the size is 63 million, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of its numbers. And what's interesting is a lot of them have gone from offline to online. The digital transformation that has taken place is amazing. So in your vast experience, take us through the highlights of that transformation that you have seen and the growth opportunities that that transformation is unlocking for MSMEs.
So thank you, Gautam, for this question. And first of all, I would want to highlight the immense opportunities that lie in this realm. You are right, there are 63 million MSMEs in the Indian MSME ecosystem. And if I talk about the different opportunity areas that we have got here, there are a number of opportunities ahead. The growth of the MSMEs were there for several years now. If I talk about the MSME segment, it is growing at roughly at a 7.2% per annum. However, post-COVID, we are seeing many new age startups also coming and joining this MSMEs. And the key driver for this is innovation. Digitization has opened up huge opportunities for the MSMEs, and people are now more open to accept challenges and take their scale to the next level, going global. And even a small shop right now can expect to go global and take up higher challenges, tackling competition across the globe. So I would say when the digitization opened up and with the advent of newer technologies like AI, ML, MSMEs are getting a lot more leverage in this, and they are able to scale up significantly. Why? They can tap into the resources out there in the market. Using the online ecosystem, they can reach out to a wider audience, a huge customer base that is not just restricted to India, but across the globe.
It is changing the way we do business.
Absolutely. And I think 5 years back also, we didn't envision the pace at which this ecosystem will grow. And I'm so optimistic about it. The rate of growth that the following few years is promising, that it's something worth waiting and watching for.
It is a mission with a vision.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, while we see that the possibilities are immense, Samriddhi, and the use cases are also varied, because people are actually using technology in the context of solving certain problems. But there is a base problem itself, which is access to technology. That is seen as one of the challenges that startups face, especially from the MSME perspective. Your thoughts on that and how it can be addressed?
Yeah, what I've seen in this particular segment of startups and small and medium businesses, at least in the Indian context, they come with many ideas. I'd like to quote this word, jugaad. We are, from the jugaad mentality, right? So we are really economical in terms of how we find solution to multiple problems. We have an ability to assess a gap in the market. But what happens, because due to digital illiteracy in a lot of times, because mind you, a lot of these startups or MSMEs are also coming from the rural segment. So what happens is that access to digitization is also a key challenge. What happens? So digital literacy comes in, and we find there's a gap in the entrepreneur's mind, like what they would like their mission to be versus what it turns out to be. And this lack of access to appropriate information is creating a lot of gap in terms of scaling the business to the next level. So when I talk about scaling the business to the next level, it comes with baggages like, okay, I am having legacy ecosystems. How do I bring in the digital angle to it? Because that will be a costly affair. How do I make it a good fit for my current, state of things as it is? So this problem is largely solved by a reliable partner. In many cases, a partner can come in at this point in time and give you the comfort that, okay, I can solve this challenge for you, because the partner can provide exactly tailor-made solution. Because mind you, this startups comes with different color, shapes and sizes. It's not a one-size-fit-all kind of an approach. So the partner has to be very knowledgeable in terms of how they define the solution and make it suitable for the MSME segment. Now, every rupee counts in an MSME. So a cost-effective, viable solution that also does its job while meeting the expectation of the business owner to scale the business to the, not just for the immediate need, but for the next several years, is something that we need. And this is where Dell comes in here. If you have come to our hallway, you have seen that we drive technology that defines human progress. Okay, so we kind of are very committed to that cause.
Let's expand on that, because you talk about partnership. It, in a sense, feels more like coaching. We have to tick all these boxes. So tell us more about how Dell Technologies is working with a lot of these SMEs, MSMEs and startups, and empowering them in the use of technology to solve their problems that they face. What would you say to that?
Okay. So to answer this question, I again go back to the very basics of our business. Okay. MSMEs or startups are very close to our heart, because that is where we started. Dell also started as a small business way back in 1984, and that is how we have scaled and grown, and we have learned our lessons. So when we are tying up with smaller organizations to essentially partner with them in their growth journey, we are also carrying a lot of our learnings that we are exchanging with in the form of the mentorship that we provide to them, right? And when I talk about mentorship, there are obviously an ecosystem that we have created for startups, number one, and also for women entrepreneurs. Okay, there are two kinds of mentorships that we provide. For startups, we have a pool of experts. These are industry experts, and also Dell's own expert network that provide things like tech teardowns for startups to understand where they stand in their growth journey, like the as-is state, and where they envision to go in the next few years, so the to-be state. And then we define solutions that is suitable for the startups to take them from point A to point B, while making that journey as seamless as possible. So that is the beauty of it. The second thing is also that we also handhold the startups appropriately. So we have a Dell Tech Hub where we have advisors who advise the startup at each and every stage. And the idea is to be their trusted advisors, okay, while they scale up their business. So we exactly go to the ABCs of the business, find out where the problems are, where the gap areas are, and we built a solution around it. And these tech advisors are available round the clock for these small businesses to take the business to the next level.
Absolutely. And as they say, it's a momentum play, right? At the end of the day, these small wins lead to bigger wins, and in a sense, the entire landscape itself evolves. But to take some of the points that you mentioned forward, we'll expand on some of the programs that you mentioned, but looking at the basic idea of knowledge sharing between small and large businesses, what's your thought on that? The need for it, especially in today's times, where enterprises need to be connected, enterprises need to know, whether large or small, how they can respond to whether customer pain points or even employee pain points, and a wide variety of use cases to address. So that importance of knowledge sharing, what would you say to that?
I think it's a fantastic initiative. I mean, not only for Dell, but across the industry, we see a lot of larger organizations now committing to the cause of incubating startups and provide knowledge sharing workshops, because it's a need for the community as large. It is also the need for larger companies to share their growth journey and what they have learned over the years with the smaller organization to help them elevate to the next level. So I think this creates a mutually beneficial opportunity for them to exchange ideas, to foster innovation. And innovation is what drives both big and small companies. And the smaller companies are obviously more agile and quick to go to the next level of growth. And obviously for them, the growth is exponential. There is no end to the kind of growth that they can envision in the next few years. So startups can leverage from mentorship from people who have made it up there in the startup world. They can also leverage the technology resources provided by the larger corporations, and they can fit it into their own ecosystem and see what works. Plus, a mutual sharing of knowledge in terms of success and failures that creates their own journey. So they are able to define their own journey and figure out what works best for them.
Lessons in excellence from the best in the business, as they say. I want to bring your personal experience as well, as this ecosystem keeps evolving and India in a sense become the innovation hub for the world, especially for small business. Personally, how do you feel? How these developments have kind of shaped you? What would you say to that?
Personally, I would say I am an eternal learner. I come from a background where I have mostly worked with larger organizations. However, my current role enables me to look in the other side of the business, which is the smaller organization and the startup. And I feel that this is an extremely exciting place to be in, because the kind of growth that you envision, the kind of growth that you see every day, the kind of innovation that these small startups and MSMEs are bringing on the table are phenomenal. And there is just no end to the kind of growth that we can see in this sector. Personally, if you see 40% of the country's export is contributed by MSMEs. So there is immense opportunities in this space, and with the kind of the solutions that are getting built every day in a tech hub like Bangalore, right? It is definitely worth watching out for and see what more can come in this space. And newer technologies, I feel, have a lot to contribute, like AI is growing at a big pace, and I think smaller companies like MSMEs are more adept in terms of leveraging AI into building more economical and more scalable platforms across the board that can be leveraged by larger organizations as well.
And it caters to a wide cohort of customers, whether it's regionalization or improving their own operations. Technology has the solution. We have lots more to talk about with Samriddhi, but we'll take a very, very short break. Stay tuned.
Dell Technologies presents Entrepreneur Challenge, powered by CNBC-TV18. Dell Technologies presents Entrepreneur Challenge, powered by CNBC-TV18.
Welcome back to Dell Technologies presents Entrepreneur Challenge, powered by CNBC-TV18, where we are in conversation with Samriddhi Bhattacharyya, who is the country head for small business solutions at Dell Technologies. All right, Samriddhi, to take the conversation forward, I want to know a bit more details about the programs that Dell has. So Dell for Startups, right, where you are helping a lot of the startups kind of realize the value of technology and scaling accordingly with it. So I want you to talk a bit about the benefits that startups find when they are under such kind of programs.
Okay. So Dell for Startup is a very interesting program that we have. And this is not just a buzzword. It's not a catchphrase. For us, it means a lot for our business, the way we see the future of technology evolving. So when it comes specifically to the Dell for Startup program, we have a team of experts who are inherently trained in the business of helping startups to scale up to the next level. So these tech advisors, day in and day out, they help hundreds of startups talk about what their vision is with respect to their businesses, how they want to see their businesses grow, and what are the immediate solutions that they need to help the next phase of their journey. So these tech advisors, they enable startups to chart out their growth journey. And not only that, we also have mentorship sessions as well as workshops to help the startups to get it into the next level. When I talk about the workshops, these are very focused tech teardown workshops that help the startup identify where are the gaps and how we can address those gaps. And Dell doesn't have a direct interest in that. It is mostly to help the startups see what it is and how they can combine different technologies to address the growth challenges that they're currently facing.
All right. You have another long-running program, and it's called DWEN, which is short for Dell Women's Entrepreneur Network. I want you to take us through the broad contours of the vision behind it, and how do you see that moving forward, the need for it, especially in today's ecosystem? What would you have to say?
In today's ecosystem, if you see in the MSME segment, roughly about 20% of the businesses are contributed by women. Yet, when we see the reality, there is a thorough underrepresentation of women in this segment. That is precisely because of digital illiteracy or access to information and of course access to capital. So, DWEN is an initiative which tries to address in our way to solve some of these challenges. We have built a platform over the years to enable female entrepreneurs come together and address each other's challenges. So this is a very safe ground, you can say, where the women entrepreneurs can reach out to the experts. They can have access to capital, access to tech resources, and also define how they want to take their growth journey forward.
Samriddhi, talking about the benefits that the program brings to the table for women entrepreneurs, take us through the key highlights.
So see, technology is just one aspect of how we help the female entrepreneurs who are signing up for the DWEN program. But technology is just an enabler. The key resources that this particular program aims to bring together is obviously fostering a strong community of female entrepreneurs and professionals who would help each other move female entrepreneurs to the next level of growth. Because I was reading a research somewhere that women entrepreneurs start faster but fail 2x as fast. And it is important for them to have a resilient community which can provide them the support so that they don't give up on their dreams.
Business is a marathon, as they say.
Absolutely, absolutely. So short-term difficulties will be there, and that is why this community has been created so that women can get adequate support and mentorship so that they don't give up easily. And when I'm talking about this network, over the years, DWEN has built up a strong community of 80,000 women entrepreneurs.
Wow.
That's a huge network. We started sometimes in 2009 and it's 2023 right now. In all these years, we have scaled up significantly, delivering huge impact to the female entrepreneurship community. And this is not it. We also host quite a few initiatives like the DWEN Dream Tech Challenge, like Empower Hour, and Tech Talks to help the female entrepreneurs envision, what more they can bring in, what innovation they can bring into their businesses. So these are some of the things that we talk about. Not only that, there are also the contests that I just spoke about. We also empower the female entrepreneurs with the kind of technologies that can help them scale their businesses, and we provide obviously to the winners the initial seeding that is required to help scale up their IT environments.
It's not just a prize for price sake, it's an actual, actual means to drive a business forward. And it's amazing to see, as you mentioned, such a wide network already having been formed of women entrepreneurs and the safe space that it creates for them, also giving them access to the other programs that Dell Technologies has on offer. Now, you've spoken about Dell for Startups, you've spoken about DWEN. Let's come to the main event, as they say in the business, the Entrepreneur Challenge. Take us through the vision behind this.
The vision is, again, I go back to what I said earlier. Dell is trying to create a future that is defined by technology. It is working day in and day out with startups, with innovative companies, and they can be small, medium, or large, but it is working inherently to help progress human innovation. And the way it happens is that we help smaller companies realize their dream, and that is exactly the way we run with when we come to the Dell Entrepreneur Challenge. This challenge is a contest that we are doing pan-India on a pan-India basis, and we invite participants who are pre-Series A or Series A kind of startups to come here and showcase to a panel of juries on the different innovations they are bringing on the table. And we kind of carry out this for a significant period of time. The Dell Technologies Entrepreneur Challenge is a global competition that addresses the needs of the startups to build their business forward. And that is by bringing their innovative ideas and putting it in front of a forum that will take it to the next level through mentorship, through network opportunities, and accelerating their time to market. So we have taken two programs, the Dwen Dream Tech Challenge and the Dell Startup Challenge, combined it together to reach out to a larger audience by seeing the success in the previous years. And that is where the Dell Entrepreneur Challenge comes in, so that we can reach out to a wider pool of audience and create that networking opportunities that can help benefit multiple startups who are in the nascent stage to drive to the next phase of growth. And we do this by multiple ways. We bring in the startups to pitch in their innovative ideas to an esteemed pool of juries, and the ones that wins obviously stands to gain access to technologies which can help them. So in terms of not only monetary support, that's not something that we provide, but we help them by seeding technologies into their environment and help them scale their growth journey.
You're taking care of end to end their growth in this ecosystem. But for some of the viewers who are watching and who are still unconvinced, there are entrepreneurs and they're wondering, why should I sign up for this entrepreneur challenge? What would you say to all of those viewers who are watching?
This is a pan-India initiative that we have undertaken, so obviously it betters the chance of a startup to be visible in front of the world and take advantage from being a part of a unique network that can help facilitate your business to the next level of growth. Obviously, it comes with several benefits. If I talk about the benefits, the kind of benefits that one can look forward to is obviously to secure tech investments. So in terms of winners, Dell is offering tech investments worth 16 lakh rupees, Indian rupees, and for the runners-up also 8 lakh worth of tech investment in terms of Indian rupees. Not only that, the winners also stand an opportunity to spend a defined focused workshop with Dell Technologies to understand what will drive their next phase of growth. And additionally, as you are aware, they also get the promotions done by CNBC, and obviously this is the startup's opportunity to be visible to the entire world. I would also like to add that in this year, we also have two separate categories, one for the generic entrepreneurs and one specifically for female entrepreneurs. And definitely this creates a larger forum and a wider audience to reach out to. So in a nutshell, the Dell Entrepreneur Challenge provides the tools, experience and expertise to drive businesses and startups to the next phase of growth.
Exciting possibilities, exciting prizes. Samriddhi, thank you so much for joining us in this conversation.
Thank you so much, Gautam. Pleasure.
Technologies that drive human progress. That's the name of the game. We've been speaking with Samriddhi Bhattacharyya and talking about the exciting possibilities and exciting prizes that the Entrepreneur Challenge brings to the table. And it seems it's not just a platform, it is a springboard to drive forward business and innovation for small startups all across India. On that note, it's time to wrap up this special episode. Till next time, this is your host Gautam Srinivasan signing off. Have a great day.
Dell Technologies presents Entrepreneur Challenge, powered by CNBC-TV18. Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.